Welcome to the CSEA Award Podcast. I'm Keith Miller, your host. Today we celebrate the remarkable contributions of Brad Frantz for facilities and services. Brad leads a dedicated team of staff contractors responsible for maintaining, repairing, and upgrading all high voltage and low voltage systems. His leadership ensures the plant delivers reliable, responsible, and ready energy to the entire campus. Recently, under Brad's technical guidance, the plant completed a multi-million-dollar replacement of a legacy high-voltage electrical gear dating back to the 1940s. Brad's role in design review, contractor oversight, and operational coordination was crucial to the project's success, all while maintaining uninterrupted power to the campus. Regardless of the task size or complexity, Brad consistently delivers excellence. His thorough approach ensures no detail is overlooked when tackling new challenges.
My name is Brad Frantz, a CSEA award winner, and I'm an Illinois professional.
Join us as we explore Brad Frantz's extraordinary journey and his profound impact on campus energy. Welcome, Brad, to the CSEA Award Podcast. Okay, so we'll just jump right in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So will you introduce yourself and tell us what your job is and how long you've been here at the University of Illinois?
So my name's Brad Frantz. I've been at the university about 12 years in August, and I am an electrician foreman at Abbott Power Plant.
What does your day-to-day look like?
It's never the same thing twice. That's kind of one of the nice things about it. We maintain all of the electrical equipment inside of the plant.
Yeah.
So all of the generators and switch gear and everything down to light switches and light bulbs.
Yeah.
We do. So we cover a pretty wide variety as far as tasks and jobs that we do.
That is awesome. So do you have a pretty big team that works with you, or?
So right now there's only a couple of us, plus me.
Yeah.
So there's three of us all together, but we're anticipating possibly hiring more, but nothing's set in stone just yet.
Gotcha. Okay. So why did you choose to work at the university when you think back?
A lot of it is just opportunity. There's, the university is so large.
Yeah.
There's just such a variety of jobs. Everything from just kind of general construction and maintenance stuff down to super specific, task oriented. Like there's groups that do, card access, and there's groups that do, fire alarm, and there's, kind of more specialty things. So
exactly.
Just kind of the opportunities. There's a lot more here than there are at most places.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we're up to like 30,000 staff, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
That's a few people for sure.
It is. What was your road like to the university? Did you go to school for being an electrician, or what, did you work in the field for a while?
Kind of a little bit of both. So I started, originally when I graduated high school, I started into college. I was going to go into school to build like roads and bridges.
Yeah.
More like, state, like IDOT type, construction type stuff. Decided pretty early on that really wasn't what I wanted to do. And my dad is an electrician also. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll give that a go. Because, I was familiar with kind of how everything worked just from, being around him and whatever. So that's kind of how I got started into that. And then I went through the apprenticeship program through the IBW that they offer. Yep. And then I started working for contractors after I got done with the apprenticeship. And I did that for about 11 or 12 years before I hired on here. So.
Yeah. How long have you been working at the university?
I have been here 12 years in August.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what is your favorite aspect of your job? What is your favorite thing?
Probably my favorite thing to do in general is just like troubleshooting. You have a piece of equipment that's, having issues or having problems, and you've got to try to, kind of diagnose and figure out what's going on with a particular piece of equipment. The neat thing about that aspect of things is it's rarely the same thing twice.
Yes.
One time it'll be this little, switch or fuse or whatever, and the next time it could be a broken wire inside of a conduit. It could be a myriad of things. Yeah. So that's kind of my favorite thing to do as far as as electrical work's concerned.
I can imagine like eliminating the possibilities and working through a problem. That's
sometimes
so
it gets
fun.
frustrating.
I know.
Sometimes
there's a lot of variables you have to consider.
Sometimes there's more than one thing going on, and you don't realize that until you find one thing and you get it repaired, and then it's still not working. You're like, okay, well then now I've got this that I'm gonna have to figure out. So it can get frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, especially if like one thing causes the other thing to go.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I have to backtrack all of this.
For sure.
That's awesome. So do you have a day that you felt most proud to be an Illinois professional, a day that sticks out in your mind?
I can't necessarily narrow it down to one day. I mean, just having the opportunity to be here and work here, because this place is kind of so historic as far as especially the state's concerned, and even kind of a nationwide thing. It's been around a minute.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of, world-changing stuff that's come out of this place. So it's kind of neat to be able to work and contribute and be part of that, whole process. So it's kind of tough to pick out a day.
I know. I know. How did you find out that you were nominated?
Well, I actually didn't find out I was nominated. I actually found out I won.
Oh, so you skipped that
I didn't even know I was nominated. I got an email stating, congratulations, you've been awarded the Chancellor's Staff Excellence Award, and I'm like, I haven't even been nominated. I'm like, how does this work? So then I start getting all these emails from like various people that are on the committee and whatever, and then my chief utility operator there at the plant, which is who nominated me, he sent me an email congratulating me, and then I kind of put two and two together because as him and I work together quite a bit. He's an electrical engineer, so we work together a lot as far as that stuff's concerned. And anytime I have questions or problems, we kind of bounce ideas off each other and whatever. So he's been a huge resource for me. So that's how I actually found out I got nominated, because I found out I won first.
So you skip that entire step.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so how do you think that your job relates to the overall mission of the university?
So we're being at Abbott, we're part of FNS, Facilities and Services.
Yes. And
each of us kind of have our own mission. The university kind of has the overlying mission. FNS's mission supports them, and then Abbott has its own mission which supports FNS. So they kind of all have to work together.
Yep.
So like my job is to make sure that all of the electrical equipment and stuff is reliable, so that way that the folks out on campus can do what they need to do, research and education and whatnot, and we just kind of support that.
Yep. That is fantastic. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Illinois Professional. If interested in nominating somebody for a campus staff award, there's a link in the description for more information. And be sure to follow @IllinoisHR on Twitter for inspirational and informational posts.